Hello everyone! Welcome back to Ace Attorney.
The Great Ace Attorney, even.
Yes, Greatest Attorney Chronicles, episode 2. Alright, we are just gonna go ahead and jump right in. Because why not?
Why not? I mean, let's see, where we last left off, we were in the middle of, creating an international incident, I believe.
Yes. And there's this one guy here who I'm the voice of now. I gotta remember his voice. Okay. At once, sir.
And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Okay. Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring? Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few dinners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. That fits with my memory of it, too. There was hardly anyone else in that place. It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried to the dining area to see what had happened. He's dead.
Oh no.
I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student. Yes?
University?
University student. But yeah, that's pretty bad for us, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say in most circumstances that would mean that we're the guilty party.
Yes! Hold on. Let me just clarify something here. Well, I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor. I didn't shoot him.
I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections.
So, it's not looking good for us. Really isn't.
The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur.
But
The next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, Defendant Naruhodo.
Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back.
alright. Still not good for us.
Definitely not. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness.
Okay.
If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today.
Yes, without question. This is gonna hurt my voice coughing.
I mean, you don't have to do the coughs.
Yeah,
The
but...
game does it for. What's really gonna hurt my voice is this.
I see!
Oh, God.
And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
Wipe.
That's not sanitary.
No.
Still not sanitary.
There was no one else around at the table but the deceased Englishman and the university student.
Yeah, so it sounds like we're guilty.
Yeah. Huh? Wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table.
What's the matter, Ryunosuke?
Yeah, there is a bit of a... That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him at his table.
Really?
And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? I have to interject. I have to, right?
I'm not saying anything.
Because, okay, it's more than just, there was a lady sitting there. He said that there were few, but there were people there, right? There should have been more people besides just me and him. Even if it was just a very few amount of people. Interject.
Yes!
Yes! Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Attention!
Dear me, what are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all?
Of course, I was never a lawyer.
Yeah.
But I'm sure of what I saw.
Osanaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy?
No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. Cough, cough. But why does he keep coughing up blood? I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please, have a look if you'd like to.
Let me see. Ah, a sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume.
I don't even know what the voice for the judge is at this point.
That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation.
He thought to do that right as he saw someone get shot.
Yeah. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. Of course, this is just drawing. You can literally draw anything.
Yeah. Or like... So, when exactly did he say he drew this again? Because if he didn't do it after the guy got shot, then that meant that he just decided to draw out the floor plan.
Yeah, just for, like, the funsies.
I guess? Honestly, this doesn't... Like, I get we're at the point before when, like, security cameras really, like, prolific, but I don't understand how this counts as evidence.
I don't know either.
Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter.
Really? That's the excuse? He's a waiter, so he just makes floor plans on the back of his business
This
card?
guy looks like he belongs in Black Butler.
Yeah. Why does he even have a business card? He's a waiter.
Yeah, he's a waiter. Thank you, sir. Thunk.
The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as... How?
Wait, yeah.
How is that able
Oh.
to count as evidence?
Well...
Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once.
Of course. Here you are.
What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now.
Oh gosh. Something certainly seems to have shaken him. The waiter's business card has been entered into the court record.
Rule number 1 of Ace Attorney games, whenever you get new pieces of evidence, always take a break and examine it in the court record.
Alright, how do I do that again? Bumper?
Yeah, bumper.
Did he just T-pose on us?
Yes.
So, the court has now heard a precis of the case.
Precis?
I am mad that this guy speaks better English than I do.
Okay, hang on, let me... Okay. A head waiter business card, a sketch of the restaurant's layout on the back. Kitchen, entrance. Okay.
Magnifying glass as well is something that we have apparently.
Oh, wait. I don't think this helps us that much.
Perhaps, or perhaps not.
Yeah, I don't think it helps us that much.
Oh yeah, we also have the picture.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He's facing the other way to the table. Or is that just the table behind him? No, because there's food on the table, and if there was no one there...
What's interesting is his food doesn't appear to have been very eaten.
Yeah? Hang on, let me see. If he was facing towards the entrance, but also... I don't know. Because it seems like something, but I don't have, like, enough evidence to say anything either. Okay.
Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. The Defiant. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here.
Yes, because the photo is in black and white.
Yes.
Defendant Naruhodo,
Yes, Your Excellency.
if you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial. The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so the waiter said that there was no one else present.
Yeah,
he was quite certain of it, but there are other witnesses.
But there are other witnesses. So... Does he realize this? Please realize this, Ryunosuke. What do you think I should do, Kazuma?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everything keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. I can say words. Peculiarities. I know what the word is, I just can't say it.
That's fine.
You said it, Professor Mikotoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this.
As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing to throw that trust back in my face. Is that it?
What?
If the accused is, in fact, innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency.
Okay.
We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses.
Yeah, which, you know, is still questioning. If there's no one there, how are there more witnesses?
Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is.
I like how it doesn't let me make the decision because I'm just gonna go to jail then.
Yeah.
Indeed. Prosecutor Ouchi, please continue with proceedings.
Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint.
I don't believe that.
But I can be a devil when I want to be.
I don't believe that either.
In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls its next witness.
Oh, I see why this guy is called Ouchie, because his voice makes my throat go ouch.
Very well. Officer, bring forth the witnesses at once.
Oh, this guy with a weird head again. And his friend, I guess, who also has a weird head.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court.
Oh jeez.
How are we gonna...
Yes, sir. The Great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant
Yes, sir?
Iesanosa. Iesanosa. Reporting for duty.
Yes, sir, no, sir.
Oh, I get it now.
Oh, jeez.
I'll handle this guy.
Myself, I find
Wait.
employ as a I can't say words, man.
Purveyor.
Purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation. Nippon?
Nippon.
Nippon?
Japan.
Okay.
And conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premises in the 2nd District, Kuryo Korekuta, at your service.
Kuryo Korekuta.
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 It would be so much easier if I could hear the names instead of just having to read them and figure it out.
Kuryo Korekuta. I think
Yeah.
that's how you pronounce it.
An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question.
They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned.
Yes. And again, it's...
Myself, I habitually take tea from the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post noon.
Okay, I guess what the waiter's statement actually was that these people were still present, but there was no one else at the actual table.
I guess.
Besides us and the victim.
I guess.
Okay.
And not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business.
I can't understand a word that old man is saying. This is me. Literally me.
He's an antique dealer. It sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele.
Right, I see. Although, to be honest,
Naruhodo.
that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct?
Affirmative! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir! It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearms, sir!
This man's as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. Yeah, I heard it too, actually.
Oh, I was too busy destroying my vocal cords.
Yeah.
So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead.
Yeah, that's not good for me. Yes.
Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable?
If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Thunk.
Now the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Yes, sir! Sir, yes, sir. Standing by, reporting to report, sir.
I have no idea what I'm even saying at this point.
Unsavory memories of a most
Acerbic.
acerbic afternoon.
Ryanosuke is literally me with all of this. What the witness saw, I should save.
Tripping over so many words here.
Should save.
You should definitely save.
Let's save. Save. Oh, wait. Save. Okay. Back. Okay. What the witnesses saw. This is you, man.
I was investigating a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Ingesting, not investigating. Okay.
Okay. So he was... Oh, no, it's the other old man. Never mind. That guy.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentlemen.
For their testimony, they're being awfully vague.
At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. Huh. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel.
I was on my hands and knees, investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio.
It's not good for me.
No, it's not.
Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy.
What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day.
Okay, why was the old man allowed to bring a knife into court?
Yeah, why was he? But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone.
Is that really true, Ryunosuke?
Yes. All I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. After I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I'd finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant when I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. Legasp? I guess fingerprints during this time...
Not really a thing, especially in
Yeah.
Japan, since they've only just now moved their criminal prosecution and stuff into the modern age.
So I guess, picking it up would be, like, I don't know. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up... Bang! My leg is falling asleep.
Oh, that's not good. Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. Yeah, it was us.
Yeah.
This whole story is a load of nonsense. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a cure as to who that. There's a clue as to who that criminal is.
Akira, we can bring him back from the dead.
Honestly, I blame these two. Their dialogue is just so nuts. I'm tripping over everything now.
Yeah. There is?
Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine?
Man, he really isn't a law student.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Oh, okay.
As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice.
Certainly, the testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of this trial.
Raising my hand.
What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst?
I am, the defense demands its right to a cross-examination.
This is literally the most basic of courtroom proceedings. I don't know how anyone's surprised by this.
Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic.
Hachimaki? I think I pronounced that right. I don't know.
Huh? How did he know?
Because you have no idea what you're doing, obviously.
Yeah.
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Objection!
The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant.
Ugh. Cosmo is so commanding.
Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses.
Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke.
But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination.
You examine crossly. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements.
How?
You didn't fire that gun, which means that what the soldier said has to be a lie.
Well, yes, but...
It's just a case of proving it, and the key to doing that is evidence.
Right. Evidence.
All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now let's go, Ryunosuke! Don't let them beat you!
Alright, I'm gonna need big brains for this. He tries to slam his hands and it just doesn't make a noise at all.
He just sort of looks to the side to see if anyone noticed.
Alright then. It's all or nothing. Okay. Do we have like a time limit or...
No.
Okay. What the witnesses saw. Investigating...
He was ingesting. He was eating.
Ingesting, not investigating. Duh.
Right. He could just say eating, but...
Okay, but wait. The professor guy had steak on his plate, so...
I mean, anyone could order steak in the restaurant.
True, okay. He was with the old man. He was talking to the guy.
He was trying to sell him something.
Yeah. Firearm was discharged. You saw it with his own eyes. Fired an English civilian. Back. Okay. This guy is... What is he trying to say?
I think he's trying to say that he dropped his item in the chaos and he was looking around trying to find it.
He dropped his item in the chaos. Is that... Could that be important? I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here.
Listen, Ryunosuke. We know there are lies lurking in these statements. It's time to expose them.
I understand that. The question is, how?
Like I said before, the key is using evidence that you've collected. You can examine and present evidence while a witness is giving testimony by pressing R.
Tutorial.
Go through each witness statement and the details about each piece of evidence and compare all the facts.
Okay.
Somewhere in there, you'll find something that doesn't add up. In other words, an inconsistency.
An inconsistency.
Yeah, almost like some kind of contradiction.
Yeah.
When you find a statement and a piece of evidence that seem to contradict each other, present your evidence with X and rip the witness apart.
Alright.
Not with the sword, right?
Yeah, probably not. Ugh!
Just be careful, because if you assert a contradiction that has no basis, you'll be given a penalty.
Oof, how many penalties do I have?
You can only get 5.
Okay. And then by the time I get 5, it's
Game over.
game over, yeah.
If you're dealt too many penalties, the defense's case will fall apart and you'll receive a guilty verdict. So that's it. Peruse the evidence in the court record and find an inconsistency with a witness's statement.
Alright, I'll give it a try. Okay.
You can hear the witness statements over and over again as many times as you'd like.
Alrighty.
So keep your head and be measured in your attack. Good luck, partner.
Okay, let's look. There's that. Here, let me look.
Oh yeah, you can also press.
Press?
You can request more details.
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
So, see, right down there it says press. With L bumper.
Is it only on, like, the specific statement here?
Yes.
Okay, so what's on screen?
Yes. So if you want more details, you can get some.
I feel like this is something we want to press on, but let me look at the others again.
I mean, you can press without penalty, so...
Okay. And from the back. But there was bullet on the front.
Yep.
I just realized that. I couldn't understand what he was saying.
And you could press to see what else he has to say.
So this black uniformed university cadet, you're saying that was...
Ah! I've had just about enough of your sauce, cadet. Who else do you see around here in a black uniform,
Well, there's someone standing right next to me who fits that description as well, but...
It was you, you little weasel! You unloaded the firearm on that man. Hooah! From behind his back, and you call yourself a citizen of the great empire of Nippon? You disgust me.
Yeah, but there was a hole in the front, so I can use that.
Mm-hmm.
Ah!
What is it, Ryunosuke?
I'm not quite sure. It's something that the sergeant just said, but I can't put my finger on it. Something's playing on my mind.
In that case, check back over the details of the evidence you've gathered in the court record. And if you find an inconsistency there with what the witness had just said, then don't hold back.
Alrighty.
Present the evidence to the court. Thrust it in the witness's face and make him choke on it. Metaphorically, right?
Yeah, hopefully. Okay. Let's see. Death occurred. It was caused by loss of blood. Gunshot to the chest. It didn't say to the back. The bullet did not pass through the victim's body, so it couldn't have exited out the back as well.
What if he just shot him in the back?
But then let's see here. Because the bullet hole is on the front.
Exactly. So the thing that you need to present, which is it? Which piece of evidence will prove that he wasn't shot in the back?
It would be this one.
All right.
Okay, so how do I hit present again?
You have to back out first. You have to
Oh.
get back to the cross-examination.
Okay. Cross-examination.
And you're going to have to take a step back real quick.
Alright, then I hit present.
Mm-hmm.
Click.
You have to hit X.
Oh, X. Pfft, knew that.
Definitely.
I'm in school, I'm raising my hand. Raising my hand like a child.
Yes.
What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this,
Subordination. Don't you mean insubordination?
thrusting some photographic print in my mustache?
Inconsistency, sir! I love how my voice cracked right there.
I mean, that was perfect.
I mean, yes! There's clearly an inconsistency here. Just like, pat. Not even like a, just, pat. I love that table slam.
What nonsense. What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know?
Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth.
Oof, relatable.
Yeah, me.
I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom.
This is so frustrating. Cosmo, save the day.
Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court.
Kazuma, what?
What are you talking about?
It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement.
What?
Sergeant Iasonosa.
Yes, sir. What, sir?
The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel.
Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir.
But no, that just can't be.
And why not, cadet?
Because...
Take a close look at the print.
All he had to say is he was shot. If he was shot in the back, then why is his bullet put in the front? Whatever.
The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it?
There's a... wait. What? Excuse me, what? What the... what was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Was that a child?
Certainly, there is a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were...
There's a baby there.
firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak, sir.
What?
The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Yesanosa, did not see the defendant firing the gun at all.
That's absurd.
I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Ow!
Inconsistencies here. Awarded. There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial.
A turnabout, you say?
Just from that one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about.
But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there, he was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back.
So yeah, that's what that noise was earlier. It was the baby.
Apparently, he has a kid with him.
But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it off of the floor.
And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either.
Myself, I have already been quite clear.
Lies!
The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing?
Hunting for treasure.
Treasure?
Indeed! The Hei era koban, my prized coin. On each occasion when I visited that restaurant, it is my habitude
Yes.
to place in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop. Rasute. Rasute?
Rasite.
In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you.
On the day under scrutiny, it was the military man I proffered my OA treasure. Believed that he would purchase such a rare find. I did not, but I was presented with little alternative. I can say words. And then, after averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, there was no more. It simply vanished.
The koban vanished.
Hunting around under the table I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there, and then it happened.
Forsooth.
Forsooth.
You heard the gunshot, you mean?
Indeed I did, but I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my
Absconded.
absconded Hei treasure. Nothing could distract me.
So this guy definitely isn't a witness.
Yeah.
Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end?
No.
I see.
That lamentable day, the precious Oe Kaban was lost to me. No doubt, some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself.
As I'm sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon.
Oh, jeez.
Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British, it would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now.
What is your position, Prosecutor Ouchie?
Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf in the back.
What the heck does that even mean?
He's really trying to sound cool.
My witnesses have further testimony to make.
Yeah, further testimony. Ooh.
Explain.
Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
What?
Bro, that was uncalled for. He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? He may have killed the guy, but that was just rude.
Yeah.
Very well. The court invites the witness to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear?
As clear as Kikoro glass, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir.
Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking over your shoulder, I think.
Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name, Ido.
I don't know, da. No, sir. I don't know.
I don't know, sir.
I don't know, sir.
Ah, that's great.
Oh, these names are great.
It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny.
Yeah.
Ooh, wordplay.
Ido, tension! Your father is about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy.
Do you think this would be a good place to cut off this episode for now?
You know what? I think so. We made it through your first time cross-examining some witnesses, and we get to see the new element of this game, the fact that we have two witnesses at once.
Yeah.
That doesn't really happen.
All right, so let's go ahead and save.
Save, save, save.
I always go down farther. Yes.
This save slot menu is gonna be a mess before long.
Yeah, I'll probably override some of them soon, but until then. So yeah, I guess we'll leave it here for now. Do you want to say any goodbyes to anyone?
I'm hungry, peace out.
Alright, everyone, this is your friend Ren signing out. See you next time, bye!